Bystronic is a leading global supplier of system solutions for the sheet metal industry. We provide laser cutting systems, bending systems, automation, software solutions, and comprehensive services.
Sorry, I need a sip. Ah.
He's good, no?
Mummy,
Let's say he has a confident voice, yes.
Shall we? Client happy?
Client happy, but please get to the end of the line this time and add a little verve.
The verve is there. You may not be able to hear it right now, but you will in post-production.
In post, we are in...
We offer worldwide presence and competence. We speak your language and understand your needs. We are here for you.
Sorry, we are here for you. I mean, I hear the words, but I'm not getting anything from them, you know?
Could you please just say the lines?
May I?
Please.
It means that we offer much more than just a machine. We support our customers with flexible financing models, training, maintenance, a long-term spare parts service, phone hotlines and online support. And we also operate local sales and support offices in many, many countries.
Yes. Now you see, now it's...
Coming alive. We should be saying this.
It is more text, though, so we will have to renegotiate with my agent.
Can't you just record it and we'll look at it later?
Well, I'd love to, but my agent would kill me.
If only. Fine then, continue with the script.
Right you are. Where were we?
At customer service and post-sales services, would you believe?
Rolling.
We don't simply develop machines that cut or bend sheet metal. No, our customers need flexible systems for ever-changing order positions and batch sizes. Automation to achieve top productivity with integrated systems and the right software that cross-links everything. Bystronic stands for Swiss quality.
Sorry.
Really?
Swiss quality. I mean, it's a bit of a cliche, isn't it? And actually, while we're at it, your slogan, best choice, kind of sounds like we've just won the buzzword bingo.
Guys, if you want to sort this out, I'm just going to pop out for a smoke.
Let me explain. First of all, Swiss quality. Do you know the ByStar fibre? The Bytrans Cross or BySoft? Have you ever seen them laser cutting and bending those sheets? It's like butter. Once you've seen it, you can't help but be excited. The beauty of a laser cut. The precision of a bent metal sheet, from very small to very large, but all with the precision of Swiss clockwork, perfectly formed and expertly fitted. Now, best choice. When you say yes to a partner, be it in business or private life, you make a commitment to the future. Bless you, Katie. Now, you're still young, but one day, you're going to want someone for the long run. Someone who shares your vision for the future. You see, at Bystronic, we think about tomorrow's sheet metal processing. We have some footage of that, right? In what we call the Smart Factory, variable orders will be produced automatically on flexible systems. A clear vision and state-of-the-art technology means cost and process optimization, which in turn means higher earnings. And who's behind this success? The employees of Bystronic worldwide. Now, you'll say that's just another cliche, but nobody else sets new standards like they do, with their enthusiasm, their ideas, and their know-how. Actually, I stand corrected, because our success is also due to our clients. It's their feedback that we use to develop new technologies. And until they are perfectly functioning, we will not launch them. And none of our employees will settle for less. Not in Asia, not in America, not in Europe, not in Switzerland, nowhere. And that's what we mean by best choice. I'm sorry, I think I interrupted you.
Did you record this?
Sorry, did he say something? I couldn't hear a word.
He says we're done.
Really? That looked like more words to me.
No, really, we're done. But you can stay here till 5, because it's in your contract.
Well, no, I'm more than happy to do another version. We'll just speak to my agent later on. That's no problem. Gentlemen? Hello?
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to our Digital Technology Day dedicated for the region Middle East. We warmly welcome you to this event. My name is Benedikt Kreisel. I'm the product manager for bending automation, and next to me is Bashir Al-Malouli. He's trainee in the product management here at Bystronic. And we do this event to show you our high quality equipment for the sheet metal industry today. And it's nice to have you here in this digital event because it's a good opportunity for us to reach out to you, to show you what Bystronic is offering for the sheet metal industry. And it's also a good opportunity for you to have a good overview in nearly 1.5 hours about Bystronic Swiss high quality equipment for the sheet metal industry.
أهلا وسهلا فيكم من شركة بيسترونيك. أنا اسمي بشير المعلولي، وهون زميلي بنديكت كرايزل المدير لإنتاج الروبوتات، وأنا بكون هون متدرب في شركة بيسترونيك بالمعرض بشركة بيسترونيك. نحن هون رح نقوم بعرض تنفيذي لإظهار التكنولوجيا الموجودة لدينا بالشركة. رح تكون عن حوالي ساعة ونصف. رح نقوم بشرح بعض الآلات الموجودة لدينا في المعرض هون، ورح نتمنى لكم يوم سعيد إنه يعجبكم الشيء اللي نحن عم نعمله. شكرا لكم. نرجع لزميلنا بنديكت.
Yes, thank you, Bashir. Regarding the actual situation with the coronavirus, we want to give you the hint that we are tested negative here. So this gives us also the possibility to stand here next to each other. It's also great to have Bashir today with us because he can speak in your mother language to you and will translate many of our topics today in the Arabian language. So that it's easy to understand for you. Short key facts about Bystronic itself. Bystronic is a Swiss company with a long tradition in the sheet metal industry. We are a stock listed company and we are offering laser equipment, we are offering bending equipment, we are also offering tube equipment for tube cutting, and we are also offering automation solutions for our laser systems, for our bending systems, and also for our tube systems. And last but not least, for all these equipments, for sure, we need also software to control these machines, and also this comes directly from Bystronic. So you can see a big portfolio and big equipment with many solutions to support you in your sheet metal processing industry. We are located in 9 development and manufacturing places all over the world, and have around 30 subsidiaries to support you then also afterwards with a good service and to have a good contact next to you in your area. We have around 3,000 employees at Bystronic to support all these diversified products. Today we are located and presenting here our Digital Technology Day directly from Germany. Germany is the competence center for bending, so for our press brakes. And at this place here we are developing and also manufacturing our press brakes, as I said. We also want to do this event a little bit more interactive with you. For this reason, we prepared a tool. This tool is called Slido. And how this tool works, we want to explain you shortly now. So you have the chance now to scan this QR code with your mobile phone, and then you directly get access to our interactive way how we want to proceed in the next 1.5 hours. Or you have the possibility to go on slido.com, insert hashtag BY255, and then you are also directly into this interaction with us. And how this will work, also Bashir will explain.
مرحبا فيكم مرة ثانية. نحن هون بشركة بيسترونيك المكونة من حوالي 3000 موظف. الشركة الأم لنا موجودة بسويسرا وفي هون نحن بمنطقة غوتا موجود المصنع لصناعة الآلات ثاني الحديد، وبسويسرا موجود مصنع صناعة آلات القطع بالليزر. نحن هون اللي بده يكتب لنا أي سؤال باللغة العربية أو باللغة الإنجليزية بإمكانه هون يقوم بالمسح الضوئي للكود اللي هون بجانبي، وكتابة الأسئلة باللغة العربية أو باللغة الإنجليزية. وفي عندنا هون على سلايدو أو بإمكانه الواحد يكتب هاشتاج BY 255 لحتى يقدر يكتب لنا الأسئلة على السلايدو ونحن نقدر نجاوب عليه. وبالنسبة للتنويه على موضوع كورونا، نحن الاثنين مفحوصين بكورونا بشكل نيجاتيف مفحوصين، عشان هيك مسموح لنا نوقف بشكل بجانب بعضنا. شكرا.
Yeah, thank you, Bashir. And to test directly if Slido is working also on your side, we want to make with you and test. So we will start directly with our first question. The first question is, which country do you come from? So very interesting for us. So feel free to join us on Slido. Type in where do you come from, that we get a better feeling, and also you get a better feeling who is in the call today and who is with us in our Digital Technology Day.
لتجربة الموضوع بإمكانكم كتابة الجواب على هذا السؤال من أي بلد أنتم، ولحتى نعرف نحن من أي بلد أنتم بإمكانكم تكتبوها بالعربي أو باللغة الإنجليزية لحتى نجرب.
So we have people from Germany and Switzerland already. We have also
from Lebanon.
From Lebanon, that's also nice to see. So Germany again, and we can see that it works, so that you had the possibility to join Slido, especially you from the Middle East, also from the Lebanon joined, from Egypt. So warmly welcome again. Happy to have you here. A very important hint to you is also that you have the possibility to ask questions to us. We will answer these questions in this live event. So you have the possibility to ask questions in Slido directly, or you can ask the questions in our YouTube chat, and then we will answer the questions. So if you have questions during all these presentations today, feel free to ask these questions. We will answer them.
بإمكانكم تكتبوا الأسئلة تبعيتكم بالعربي أو بالإنجليزي، ونحن راح نكون جدا سعيدين بالإجابة على هاي الأسئلة على سلايدو. بتمنى أنكم تكونوا مرتاحين بهالموضوع هذا وتكتبوا لنا جميع أسئلتكم على السلايدو أو على اليوتيوب.
Okay, thank you, Bashir. And as you can see, it's a digital event. Software is very important, but software is not just important for our event today. Software is also important for all our equipment, for our laser machines, for our automation, for our bending and tube machines. And for this reason, we want to give you now a good overview about our offline programming software, BySoft 7. With this software you can prepare all your parts for the sheet metal industry for all of your machines, this is the way how we want to proceed. Also in the next 1.5 hours we have dedicated demonstrations for laser, for bending, and also for software, and we want to start with software to show you the flow from a file to a ready bended part in our today's digital event.
رح نباشر هلا بالعرض التقديمي عن موضوع البايسوفت 7. هذا البرنامج اللي نحن بنستعمله على جميع آلاتنا أو لصناعة جميع البرامج اللي بتقوم بالإنتاج على آلاتنا، يعني مواضيع قطع بالليزر أو مواضيع الثني على آلات الثني كلياتها بتتم برمجتها بالبايسوفت 7. رح يكون البرنامج اليوم كلياته باللغة الإنجليزية. إذا في عندكم أسئلة باللغة العربية اكتبوها بالسلايدو، اشعروا بالراحة واكتبوا لنا إياها بالسلايدو، أنا راح أقوم بالإجابة عليها في نهاية الموضوع. في نهاية الفيديو راح نقوم نحن بوضع رابط عن موضوع عن الآلات تبعيتنا أنا قمت بإلقائها باللغة العربية. طبعا بتمنى أنكم تحضروها كلياتها. بنهاية هذا الحدث راح نقوم بعرض هذا الرابط.
Yeah, and before we start with the software, one additional hint, you will find all the demonstrations you will see today in English, also in Arabian language on our YouTube channel. After this event, we will spread these videos to you so that you also will have the chance to see all these demonstrations in Arabian language. And with these words, I want to overhand to my colleague Ronnie from the software. He's our software specialist, and he will show you how to program and handle parts for the sheet metal industry and for your press brakes and lasers with our BySoft 7.
راح نقوم بعرض المنتجات كما حدثت من قبل باللغة العربية، شرح للآلات راح يكون كلياتها موجودة بنهاية الحدث، بنهاية العرض التقديمي تبعنا باللغة العربية. راح يوصلكم لينك تفتحوا عليه، بإمكانكم تتفرجوا على المكانات اللي نحن عارضينها. وهلأ راح نقوم بالانتقال لزميلي روني بالمكتب يلي راح يشرح لنا عن البايسوفت 7.
Have fun.
أهلا وسهلا.
Good morning. Quite impressive, isn't it? Now let's imagine your customer wants you to produce a mountain bracket for these headlights. A little bit like this one. And it is to be made from a single piece of sheet metal that needs to be precisely cut and bent. Not an easy task, but you love a challenge, don't you? Here are the customer's data. Let's get to work. To start with, we need a powerful programming software. Cute. No, what we need is BySoft 7. It not only allows you to import STP files and DXF drawings, but virtually all the popular formats simply with a click of the mouse. You can automatically generate a perfect unfolding. You simply and intuitively select the material and sheet thickness, you choose the press brake and correct tools, and BySoft 7 automatically creates the complete bending program. All of this is set up as a process-oriented workflow from file to part with integrated checkpoints. Oops, something is not quite right there. Not a problem. Easy done. And of course, we want to make optimal use of the material. No. No. This is why we should better let the software handle the nesting. In BySoft 7, creating automated cutting plans is quite simply phenomenal. Thanks to the cutting time simulation, you know the complete process even before you start cutting. And all of this is that simple and intuitive. From the people who prepare the orders through to the team in manufacturing, this makes everyone happy. Particularly because now we can precisely calculate the production-related unit costs and prepare customer offers. Right. Programming done and dusted? Well then, here we go. The finished headlight bracket. Now, all I need is the tractor. I need the tractor! Hello? Well, I guess we were faster than expected. BySoft 7. Make it easy.
Hello and good morning from my side. My name is Ronnie. I'm application engineer here in Germany, and I would like a little bit to explain our software, BySoft 7. As I said my colleagues before, we need the software to program all our machines, like the bending machines and also the cutting machines. Okay, how it works now? First of all, we have to import some parts. This could be also assemblies we use for the demonstration and 3D part, and program the bending machine and the cutting machine. So how it works? First of all, we have a look on the left side on our screen. You see here we have a lot of modules. What we need are just this second one and the third one to import parts, and of course to program this for the bending machine and the cutting machine. First of all, we open a part. Let me say, maybe we take this one, open the part, and then you see this opens in a second module. This is our part we will produce. This looks like this. First of all, we make it flat. We have this little option to select the part. Of course, if we have an assembly, then we can unfold every part step by step. We just select the green sign that we say, okay, this we will unfold. Now we have the flat part, and we transfer this to BySoft 7. First of all, I get the name. Of course, this is the name from the part. I can rename it and so on. I leave the name like this. We can also select the material. This is important. Is it a kind of steel or stainless steel or aluminium or whatever? We have this lot of materials here in our database, and the material thickness, of course, comes from the 3D file. Then we hit the OK button, and we are finished with the importing. Now we have to program the part for our machines. This is a bending part. Then we have first of all to program the bending sequence or all the stuff we need for the bending machine. And after, we have to program the cutting machine that we can send this to both machines and can say, okay, now we cut the part and we bend the part. Okay, how it works is really simple. You see this little areas here. First, it's calling bend, the other one is cutting. If I select the bend area, the software asks me about the right bending machine. If you have more than one, of course, you can select a different one. You can say how many people you need to bend the part later on. For example, you have a big part and you need some guys to help. Then you can say, I need 2 people. And if you like, you can also calculate the bending time. We say, okay. And now the software looks for this machine, what kind of tools we have in this machine. You can also have tool cabinets selected in the machine, that the software know how many tools I have, what kind of tools I have. And we can have also a pre-selection of tools we have here. This is this P5 and the V20. If we stay in the bending area, you see this lot of points here. Now we have just these red areas. This red means it's not finished, programmed, or maybe there are some mistakes if you program this manually. Okay, how it works now? You can hit the automatic button like this. Let me say like this. Or, of course, you can also use the little automatic button, this rocket sign. Then the software calculates everything for me. You have seen if I press this button, I can do it again. You see in the middle that the software also defined a different tool setup. The software sees that I cannot use my standard tools for this material thickness and select a different one. In our case, this is more or less the same tool, but with a different height. Now you see also different colors here. The blue one, let me go a little bit closer, is my bend radius. And the yellow one is very important. This is my insert area for the die. This means if you have some contours inside, holes or something like this, this could be deforming during the bend, and the software can also check for this if you have a contour inside here and say, please take a smaller tool or a different tool that you don't get this deformation. In our cases, everything is okay. You see now all the steps here are green, and we can save the part and can move it to the bending machine. Just in case, if you like to change something, you can go to every area. This is a little bit depend what kind of machines you have. You have to program the bending sequence, the tool setup, the back gauge position, of course, the bending aid, and the lamp system if you have, and then you can transfer to the bending machine. If you press this little play button, you can also simulate the bending sequence. Sometimes it's necessary if you have a really complicated part and you get maybe in collision or so, then you can also look on what for place you have the collision or what is the problem. In this case, the software find a great solution for us with just one tool station, and we can transfer the part to the bending machine. How it works is really simple. We can go to the export area, and you see we have two different versions to export. Manually means I select my folder manually. If I use the normal export button, then I can export the part automatically to the bending machine. And of course, if you are not really sure if everything okay, you can hit the check button, and then you see the green smiley here. This means everything is okay. If you have some problems with the part or with the technology on the part, you get the yellow one, or if everything really wrong, then this will be red. You see, we check the contours, and also we check the bending technology. Okay, now we have programmed the bending part. What is the next step? The next step, you see, it's direct close to the bending area, is the cutting area. We go to the cutting technology, select our cutting machine, hit the OK button, and you know, this is more or less the same. If you don't like to program this manually, you can hit the rocket button for automatic generating of the bending cutting technology. This looks like this. Of course, we have to cut all the holes and the outside, and all these numbers you see are the different steps and movement the cutting machine does. Okay, for the cutting machine, this works a little bit different, of course. We have the cutting technology on one part, but on the bending machine, you place a whole plate of material on the machine and cut a little bit more parts from this material. How it works like this is to create a cutting plan. We say, okay, we need a new cutting plan. Then we stay here in this area. Let me delete this small plate and add a normal one. This is 3 by 1.5 meter. The part we have already, and we say we need maybe, let me say, 15 or 16 parts, like this. And also here we have the different areas for this cutting plan. We go to the nesting, hit the automatic button, and the software will be nest automatically all the parts. You see also the yellow sheet area here is the rest of the material. We do a cut that you can store this and can use it later on for different parts, smaller parts, or also these parts if you like. Okay, the last point we have to do to have the program on the laser is also to go to the export, and we can export, like this one, can export this plan to the machine, or if you like, you can also simulate the cutting sequence from part to the next part. Looks like this. Okay, this is from my side, how you can import parts from 3D, do the bending program, and do also the cutting plan for the cutting machine. Okay, see you next time, and I give back to my colleagues.
Hello and good morning from my side. My name is Eric Gottschall and I'm application technician here in the demo center in Gotha. And today we are in front of our flagship product in laser cutting systems. It's the ByStar fiber. In the beginning, I will give you some raw overviews about the machine. So what accessories we have on the machine, what specs the machine has. And later on, we will get to cut some parts from really thin, so from 2 millimeter up to 20 millimeter material. We will cut a full range. We will cut with different material, with different types of cutting, and yeah, but we will go on later. In my back, we have a ByStar fiber. As I told you, it's a 30-15 machine, which means that we have a blank sheet size of 3 by 1.5 meter. This is the smallest machine Bystronic offers at the moment, but we can go up to 12 by 2.5 meter cutting space, which means that we also can have really big, really lot of space for cutting different materials. The standard machines are the 30-15 and the 40-20, so 3 by 1.5 meter or 2 by 4 meter cutting space. This is the range we have the most of the time, but as I told you, we are also able to have a little bit bigger machines. From the range of the laser sources, we can offer you machines from 2 kilowatt up to 15 kilowatt of laser force, which means that we can cut really fast, really precise, also thick material up to 50 millimeters with the machine we have in the back. So this is a 15 kilowatt machine. It was installed in January here in the demo center in Gotha. And yeah, but the range from 2 up to 15 kilowatts. So maybe we go now to some specs of the machine, starting in the inside. So you see first of all the cutting head we have here. Maybe I move a little bit. We have the cutting head here with the nozzle, so that's the most important part for laser cutting. And we have on this machine attached a detection eye. The detection eye is a really good tool for your edge detection, which means that we are making a picture camera-based and looking how the plate like this or like that lay on the table. Therefore, we have our detection eye. What we have also on this machine is the Nozzle Changer. The Nozzle Changer is available with 64 seats. So you can have 8 different types of nozzles. And from each nozzle we can have 8 in one row. Then we have our NTC on this machine built. It's called Nozzle Centering or Nozzle Control tool, which helps you to have a precise and also a cutting work which is constant. So the laser will detect also smaller collisions with upcoming parts and then go automatically to center the nozzle fully automatic. So you don't have to go in and do it manual. You are able to center the nozzle fully automated. Together with this system, the curve scan comes with the machine, and the curve scan is a camera-based system for checking your cutting gap, which means that we can make sure that your cutting gap is free of dirt or or it's cutted through. So the curve scan makes sure that we have a good cutting quality during the whole process. Yeah. Then we have the part conveyor. So we have a little conveyor down the machine here, which brings out the dirt and also your smaller pieces directly out of the machine, so you don't have to remove some plates here, which makes a lot of things easier by working. And then we have in the back here, I go around, we have our shuttle table. The shuttle table for easy and ergonomic loading and unloading your parts. Yeah, but yeah, basically that's the specs around the machine. We can now go to cut some parts, we will start with some thin material. So we will go over 2 millimeter stainless steel. And for this, we can add a plan really easy using the network. We can add this plan to our control. And what we see here is basically our plan pool, where all plans we have loaded or we want to work on it, we have on this control. So we are quite easy, quite quick to have an overview about all our parts we want to make or we need to make. So the parts to the left-hand side are the parts we have done, so the plans are cutted already. To the right-hand side, these are the plans we have to cut in the next, things. So you see, we have quite a lot of different things, and we want to start with this plan. So we're just taking the plan, drag and drop it to the start position, so to the position we want to cut next, and then we can say, okay, we want to have a moving to the right-hand side, so we are not having the plan in the left down corner. We have shifted the plan a little bit to the back. That's what we want to make here. So we have these 0-point shifting, and for this we can start with a table change. Therefore, we have to check the light barrier, and then the laser will fully automatically changing the table. With the cont button on the control, we are able to go through the plan. And now you see that the needed nozzle, which is a H30, is not in the nozzle changer at the moment. But for the most flexibility, we are able to change these nozzles also by hand. So for this, we open the door. And for me now, I just click out the old nozzle you see here, and then bring in the H30, which we will have here. Now I press Cont to continue, and now we go to check everything quite good. And now the laser goes to the edge detection using the detection eye. And with Cont, we can start the cutting process. You see, first we do the residual sheet cuttings, and then we start inside of the part. We are now working with, let me check. With 66 meters per minute, that's what we are going now from speed. Second part is now nearly done. Now we do the third one, the last one for this sheet. When you go now in the control back, you will see what part we cut it and on what position the laser is now working. And the last thing what we will do is the residual sheet cutting. And now the first cutting plan is done. 2 millimeter stainless steel, cut it with the ByStar fiber 15 kilowatts. So now the tables will change. My colleague Bashir will need some parts for bending for Xpert 40, which comes later on. And for this we will cut him some parts. But I know he's a good operator, so we only need 2 of these. And for this, I don't have to go back to my computer, to the offline software BySoft 7. I can change cutting plans really simple, also using the control directly. And with this, we can edit this plan really quick, really easy. You see, I just programmed my parts. You see, I have 5 in a row, but Bash only need maybe 2. So I can take the parts and easily, using drag and drop, remove them. And for this, we can also set some residual sheets cutting to save some material. So we cut now 2 of these parts, and then make the cuts for cut the table. And now we can say we want to save, go back, and then start this plan for cutting 4mm steel. And I have the 4mm steel now in the machine, so we can use the hand mode. I will check if everything is okay. And now we can say we want to start this plan using the shuttle table, which is inside the machine. And now again, we have to change the nozzle by hand. F25, which is a flat nozzle for high pressure nitrogen cutting. So the 4mm steel plate we will cut and engrave with nitrogen. We can cut with the 15 kilowatt machine up to 12mm really easy using nitrogen gas in steel. After this, we'll go a little bit deeper into the cutting process using oxygen with the beam shaper. Now we have again set the plan, press count, and start also this plan. So first thing is here engraving. So we are also able to engrave parts, for example, for a data matrix or QR code, to make sure that my colleague on the bending machine know what part he has to bend using a barcode scanner. So you can scan the part using the data matrix code and have the perfect program for this part also on the machine. Engraving is finished now. Some small holes come in. And the second part, and then we will do the residual sheets cutting. I can just prepare my laser now for the following processes. So I can say, okay, my next plan will be this one. Or okay, so we send now the laser to the parking position to have a lot of space here. I can remove the parts, and this is also a really big plus point for the ByStar fiber machine. We have a really big slide door over the whole cutting length, and we can open up and have easy, really easy access to the machine directly. So, for Bash now, I have the parts done. We want to cut now the 6mm stainless. Again with hand. Again, a F40 nozzle. 25 going up. Again, checking the nozzle, that's a really important thing. Over whole processes to make sure that your cutting quality is the best as you can. Now we go over this part. Laser's done, and now we want to go a little bit deeper in the cutting of steel using the beam shaper. And the beam shaper is now a safety glass, or a glass which comes in the cutting line and makes sure that your beam is really straight, really good to cut the parts. And for this now, we will change the focus of the machine. I'm just looking for another nozzle. And now we have to set up the beam shaper. For this, we go into the machine. Just clean a little bit. Open up the flap. And now removing the protecting glass and insert the beam shaper. Closing again this little thing, then screw, and now we are good with the beam shaper. I have to look now for the correct nozzle, and then we can run through the process. So for this, 7070 comes in the machine. And now we want to cut with the beam shaper. Laser set it up now. Edge detection as before. Okay. For this, we want to go first to make sure that we are centering the nozzle again. Now we can easily go through the cutting process for the second part. Now we have done the first part, 10 millimeter, and here you see the cutting quality. And for this now, you see it was a little bit slow. We can now go to use not the standard beam shaper parameters. We are also able to use the parameters for oxygen high cutting. And now you see that we have much more speed in it. The cutting quality is the same as in 10 millimeter, but you see the speed was much, much faster. And to show you now that this is also possible with some thicker material, we will go now to cut this in 20 millimeters. So I just cancel this plan, and now we want to use the 20 millimeter parameter. So for this, I'm just checking my correct nozzle. So we need now 3017 nozzle for this cutting plan. I'm just checking for this. You see, I have a lot of different nozzles here for really different parts and really different materials. I need 3017 for this, and I just there you have. So 3017, we have to put in the laser. And again, now we can cut the part like before. Again, edge detection. If you want to have more information, detailed information about the laser, feel free to book an online demo using our demo center planner, and then I can give you some more information. And now 20mm is cut. You see also here the cutting quality. I think it looks quite good. And with this, I say thank you to your side, and now it's a turn for Ronnie with the Xpert Pro. Thank you very much. Have a good day.
Hello again from my side. My name is Ronny. I'm application engineer here from Bystronic in Germany. I would like to explain our Xpert Pro series. You see the machine behind me. This series goes from 100 tons to 320 tons, and the band length is 3 meter and 4 meter. You have seen before how we program the parts for the bending machine and also for the cutting machine. The cutting machine you see before me. How we can program parts on our control. This is one important point I like to explain. And the other point I like to explain a little bit on our machine is how we get straight bend line or every time the right angle on every point on the bending machine. These are two topics I like to explain. I like also a little bit to explain during we working on the machine and programming. First of all, how we can program a part on our control here. You have seen how we do it on our offline software. If we have an offline program, we go to the loading area and can, of course, load the parts. You see all the flat parts. This comes from BySoft 7. And the parts look like this one, for example, we have programmed on the control itself. Okay, let me go back to the main menu. We like to start a new part. We say new. You see we have two different types. Numerical, of course, you can type some numbers and can bend with the machine. We would like to program a part geometrical. You see we start on the blank screen. We have the left side, this is free or blank, and the right side we have some parameters for the part. Of course, we have to say what kind of material we will bend. Let me say steel we have already selected, but you see we have a lot of different materials we can also select. Then we select the sheet thickness. In our case, we have here 1 millimeter, and the software defines some tools for us. If we change, for example, to 5, then you see the software define also a different tool. This is the P7 here and the V4T. Then we say we need the bend length. This is around about 1 meter. And in my case, maybe I will use the V32 to bend our part. Okay, how we can now program the part? We will close this for a short time. Later on, we can look back on this place. Now you see the blank screen here, and we have different types to program in part. For example, we search and start point everywhere on the screen you can define by your own, and then we can use your fingers to draw the part like this. You can slide a little bit. You can also rotate around your program point for the different angles. And of course, you can also use the fields here on top to change the values however you like. For our part, we need 5 bands. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now you see, okay, maybe the band lengths are not correct. The band angle, I will double check. We have also this section to program in part like in a table. And then we see all our bending lengths and also our angles. The angles are okay. I will just change my length. Let me say 50, 50, and the last 2 lengths are also 50. Okay, looks like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bands. This is exactly what we want. We can go to properties again. You can remember we have selected this before, and we can also go to section, and we see here a little bit on top the blank size if you need this. Okay, what we do in the next step, first of all, we have programmed our part. This is like a drawing, you can say. We say, okay, we will export the part. Say the part has maybe some drawing number. I take this one, and then we are in the software to operate with the machine. Okay, now the machine don't know about how we like to handle the part. You see it here in this area. This is a little bit a red sign. This means the machine have no idea what is the first band, the second band, and so on. And maybe you can remember on the demonstration for the offline software, there is a little rocket button to do everything automatically. We can do here the same. If I press these little wheels, looks like a gearbox, then the software calculate everything for me. This means the bending sequence, the tool setup plan, and so on and so on. Okay, if the software is ready, then we start immediately in this area for producing the part. If I like to change something, or maybe I will just check the technology, I can go to this area with the head. You see all the green signs means everything is normally okay, but let me double check if the bending sequence, for example, right for me. This is the first band, this is the second band, and so on. Maybe this one I like to rotate. It's really simple. I say just for this process I will rotate, and all the bendings are like I will do. Now you see the signs are a little bit changing. The green one means everything's okay. The yellow one means I have a little bit to check, and the red ones means something is wrong or maybe something is just missing. I don't like to program everything. I just hit the wheels and the software calculate for me the right things that I can start. First of all, of course, I need some tools. We can go to the tool setup plan. Then we see what kind of tools we use. Of course, I have still programmed the P7 and the V32 and how many segments I need. And of course, you see also here, if you have this option with these lights, the optical band guide system, on what for place I have to put the tools. Okay, then let me open the tool clamping. We have some buttons here on the control. You see the lights are blinking. This is just a sign for me that the tool clamping is open. I take my tools, move it in the machine like this. This is really simple, just standing on the right place. You have the lights here. We can later on double check if it's the right position for the top tool and the bottom tool. And for the top tool is also really easy. I just hang this inside the machine. This holds automatically inside, and later on I have just closed the clamping. Okay, looks like this. I can also move the tools on the position however you like. I just close my clamping, the top tool clamping and the bottom tool clamping. Then you see the light is still lighting, not flashing. This means the clamping is closed, and then we can go to the produce area. I hit the first time the foot pedal. You see the backstops are moving in front, and also the safety system moving on the right position. The right position means the right height of the tool. We're looking around the tools that nobody goes in with the fingers, and if I stay or if I hold the fingers inside, you see the machine stops, that the operator is safe if he operating with the machine. The back gauges are moving on the first bend step, of course. There are different back gauges. We have 4-axis back gauge, 5-axis back gauge, and on this machine a 6-axis back gauge. This means both fingers are moving separately in this 3 direction, means X, Z direction, left and right, and up and down is the R direction. Okay, this is the first one, how you program in part. Is really, really simple. The next one is how we get the right bend angle on every position, or the same bend angle on every position on the machine. For this, we have the crowning system. The crowning system is a little bit special on our machines. This is not with a special table. All the other machines on the market have a special table for this. We have a dynamic crowning. This works with the hydraulic cylinders. They are on the bottom on the machine, like here. And during the bend, we are measuring the real force we need to bend and adjust the crowning system immediately during the bend. What this means, I will show on this part. You see the part have different holes. This simulates different bend lengths, for example. And we have programmed just 1 meter bend length for this part. The machine don't know about the holes. First of all, I use some small parts for the reference that we can later hold in the part to double check is the bend angle the same. I place this on the machine. We just go to this area, maybe this one. Then you also see what the machine does during the bending sequence. Machine moves down, measuring the force, and adjust this crowning system. Okay, let me start the machine. We bend, and we have this little part. This is our reference part. Let me place this to this position, and then we can bend our part. I just swipe to the first bend, then we start. Maybe I start with the part with the long holes, then we have less force and ends on the other side. Okay, first of all, I start that we have the back edge on the right position. We do the bend. Now we have, of course, a little bit more force, and the machine is adjusting automatically for this. Then we hold the part inside, like this. And you can also see on your view on the screen from the control that the machine is rising up, not only the force to bend the part, this is also changing automatically the crowning system. Okay, this is fully automatically. You don't need to program anything. Okay, what's now if you say, if the bending position not really in the middle of the machine? Let me show this to move the tools a little bit to the side. Let me say maybe to this one, that you can see it a little bit easier. I will do this on this side, close the clamping again, and bend here. Normally this doesn't work. Of course, I shift the tools. The machine doesn't know about this, but in our case, the machine see it that we are moving to the right side and adjusting the machine or the compensation system automatically. Let me place the part here on the table. You can remember we have this little part here, and I hope you see it. If I place this little part here over all the bends, you see this is every time the same angle without some correction or some things I have to do. And this is very easy to use and very simple, and one of our best option or things on our machines. This goes completely automatically. Okay, this is just two things from our Xpert Pro. This is from my side. Now I go or give back to my colleagues on the Xpert 40. Thank you.
Hello again from my side. My name is Bashir again, and I would like to explain the Xpert 40 for you, and I would like to explain also all the option or the most of our option in the Xpert 40. The Xpert 40 is a bending machine with 40 tonnage press force on the material. We have here the part what Eric, my colleague, did cut for me. That's what I would like to bend in front of you. You can see here on the side of my ByVision bending, the part by curve. This is the part what my colleague did cut for me on the ByStar fiber, and my colleague Ronnie also did the cutting plan for it and the bending plan for it on the BySoft 7. So we can see here, this is the part, and I have also the tool what I need for bending this part on the machine. I would like to check at first where is my tool. I press on the tool setup plan, and I look also if my tool on the right position on the machine. I can put on the machine also until 1000 millimeter bending tool. I have also on the machine for helping with bend and all this stuff. I have the table here in front of me. It's we can move it to the front, to the back, and we can also move it also to keep it down. So like this, if we would like to use it. So it's easy to use. It's not that hard. It's also for helping the user with the work on the machine. It's easy form. You can do it at the high position also, and push it to the side, to the back, and to the front again for a better position on in front of the machine. So I would like put it like this because I need it. I don't need it now for my part. And I have also on the side the cabinet. I can put here also my tool on the side, the lower tool down, and the upper tool upstairs, and also my tool for measuring all the stuff on the side of the machine. Also, I have on the left side also, and on the side of the machine also this cabinet also for putting the tool inside the machine if I need for work or my work pieces. I can put it also inside. So for bending this part, I would like to go to the producing position. I am here. You can see here, this is my part and how it's look like inside the machine. And what I have to press, that the package can come to me and work for and help me for bending this part. So if I press at the right side, the tool, the package will come to me and stand on the right position for bending. So you can see also, we can see our part in 3D. I can move it up and down and zoom in to see where's the right position for my part in the machine. So you can see it's like this. So I put it inside on the right position as we see in the machine. So I press it like this. And I will take it out. We have also, we can see here the angle, the angle measure system. What we have on the machine, it's built in the fast bend, and it can measure the angle what we have on inside the machine. Also, we have on the back, we have the optical tool detection. It's a camera for the position of the tool. That's helping the customer or the user for putting the tool in the right position in the machine. That's a good thing what we have inside the machine. We have also a small tool. It's a laser. You can see here the laser on the table. And when I put my part inside the machine, as we see in the 3D part, like this, you can see here the laser on the machine. It's tell me where's the position of my part and how I can bend it. It's like this. See it, and we can start to bend. So you can see this is the next one. And afterward, it's also for helping me is the laser here on the side. Also the same. This is for the last bend. You can see also the position of my part. I can press also on the side here, and I can see how it's look like afterward when I bend it, the part. That's I can know, okay, where's the moving of my bend part afterward. So I press at it, and I start with bend. So I'm finished with my part, and I did the part. It's look very perfect now. This is all what I would like to say for you about the Xpert 40. Now I am very happy to welcome you again in our moderation stage. I will go afterward upstairs, and we can also answer your question. If you have any question in English or in Arabic, I would like to explain it and try to explain all your question what you have in Arabic or in English. Let's go again to our moderation stage.
Yeah, thanks a lot to Ronnie, to Eric, and also to Bashir for their presentations about the ByStar fiber, about our Xpert Pro and our Xpert 40, and for sure for our presentation of the software. Bashir is again here with me, presenting a few seconds ago our Xpert 40. And we said we want to have an interactive communication with you today in our Digital Technology Day for Middle East. And it was nice to see that you already have sent us several questions during the chat in YouTube and also during the chat in Slido. And we want to go on to ask you a little bit more about our systems and your view, and want to know a little bit more about your equipment you are using at the moment in the systems. Great to see that we also have people in here today in our Digital Technology Day from Taiwan, Pakistan, Egypt, Lebanon, so from several different countries, and it's a pleasure to us to have this Digital Technology Day today with you. We want to know, in further questions, if you already use laser cutting systems in your company. And we invite you again to our Slido tool, so please log in again with the code BY255, or you can scan the data matrix code. And as I said, nice to know also your opinion about, and also nice to know if you are using laser equipment at the moment already in your company. So we have already two questions who are answered. No, we do not have laser equipment at the moment. There is no answer at the moment for yes. And we also have several different answers regarding what kind of laser you are using. So you are using a CO2 laser, or you are using, for example, a fiber laser in your company. And also interesting for us, for sure, if you are interested and if you plan to buy a laser in the near future for your company. So nice to know for us a little bit more about your industry, your company, and also if you then have questions later on, or if you're interested in a laser system, for sure we can then go in contact with you, or you go in contact with us.
بتمنى انكم ترجعوا تدخلوا على السلايدو وتحطوا الكود الموجود معنا /BY255 255 وتقوموا بالمشاركه بالاسئله الموجوده معنا لحتى نقدر نحن نجاوب على اسئلتكم. اللي عنده اسئله وحاب يسال بامكانه يسال، او بتمنى انه من الجميع يشاركوا بهي السلايدو اللي عندنا اياها والاسئله اللي نحن طرحناها لحتى نقدر نحن نقوم بالتواصل معكم ويكون في لنا قدره على إيصال الفكرة المناسبة والشرح المناسب للآلة الموجودة لديكم أو الآلة الموجودة لدينا، والشرح عنها لحتى يكون في عندكم صورة واضحة عن الترتيب بالمكانات. أول سؤال في عنا هون عن هل تملكون آلة ليزر لديكم، وإذا في عندكم هاي الآلة شو نوعها، بفايبر أو إذا كانت تعمل بثنائي أكسيد الكربون أو تعمل بالأكسجين أو إلى ما أو بالأكسجين أو بالنيتروجين. شكرا لجوابكم. نرجع لزميلنا ونتفرج على الأسئلة.
Yeah, now we have a nice result. So about 70% of you who answered these questions do not use a laser already. Maybe you are interested. Some of you are interested and plan to buy one. And we already have some users of CO2 lasers. So no user of a fiber laser. Maybe after this day you have learned a little bit more about our fiber laser equipment, and yeah, do know more about your future equipment. Another question we want to ask to you is if you already use a press brake in your company. Also important for us to know, because especially we are sending today live from our competence center Bending, where we develop and also manufacturing our machines. And so the question to you is, do you use a press brake already, yes or no?
نتمنى كمان انكم تجاوبون على السؤال الموجود امامنا هون على الشاشه، اذا في عندكم آلة ثني حديد بالشركه تبعكم او انتم بتستعملوا منها آلة ثني حديد عندكم بالشركه.
So you also answered here some questions, and we see that here, the situation is a little bit different compared to the laser systems. Also very interesting to know that, it's 50-50 that you use already press brakes in your company, and 50% of you do not already. So this is more users of press brakes already in the Middle East compared to fiber lasers and lasers in general for cutting sheet metal. So also here, nice to see for us, and I think also for you, to have a better understanding what is going ahead in your region and in the sheet metal industry in Middle East. And we see that working with press brakes and bending is a common thing you do in your company already.
نحن بنتمنى انه يكون في بيناتنا تواصل بموضوع الثني الحديد والقطع بالليزر، طبعا الآلات اللي نحن بنقوم بإنتاجها، وبنتمنى انه يكون في بيناتنا صورة واضحة عن الترتيب اللي بده يصير بشركتكم عن موضوع الآلات اللي انتم حابين تكون موجودة لديكم. وطبعا الأسئلة المفتوحة جميعها نحن بنتمنى انه نكون قادرين على الإجابة عليها، وطبعا اشعروا بالحرية الكاملة واسألونا حتى باللغة العربية لحتى نقدر نتمكن من فهم الموضوع اللي انتم حابين تفهموا عنه، تعرفوا الترتيب عنه أو السؤال اللي انتم عندكم إياه، لحتى نقوم بالشرح المناسب لهذا الموضوع.
Thank you, Bashir. And one last question we want to ask to you is if you plan to buy a bending machine in the near future, press brake. So also you are invited to give us the answer for this question. So do you are interested in an Xpert Pro, in an Xpert 40? Do you like what you have seen today, and do you plan also to invest in the future in a bending machine? Also interesting for us to know. And we see that 60% of you say yes. It's a plan for me to be more productive, be more reliable in my production with maybe a bending machine from Bystronic. Also nice to see. And 50% from you say, no, I do not plan in the near future, but then maybe for a laser system from ourselves.
طبعا بالنسبة لهذا السؤال اللي معنا، هل أنتم تريدون شراء أو الحصول على آلة ثني في المستقبل؟ 50% جاوبونا بنعم، 50% جاوبونا بلا، أو هل أنتم تقومون بالتخطيط لشراء آلة ثني حديد في المستقبل القريب؟ في عنا هون 56% بالإجابة نعم، وال44% بالإجابة لا، لأنه بيكون في عندهم اهتمام بموضوع الثني أو القطع بالليزر. عشان هيك ممكن يكون في شركات متعددة الاهتمام تهتم بموضوع القطع بالليزر، أو بتكون مهتمة بموضوع الثني الحديد بآلات ثني الحديد.
I said it already in the beginning, so if you're interested in to see one of these demonstration of these equipment you have seen today, also in Arabian language, then please feel free to join YouTube after this session again. All machines are explained in detail by Bashir in Arabian language, so if you're interested in to see here more details in your mother language, then please feel free to join YouTube and watch our videos from Bashir with our equipment we have seen today more in detail, so you also will have the chance to join. And we also want to give you a very important hint. You have seen to give a demonstration in a digital way is possible. We have done here a lot to be prepared also for this situation. And if you are interested more in detail into a demonstration of, for example, an Xpert Pro, our flagship for the press brake, or Xpert 40, or also for a ByStar fiber laser, and also automation systems we offer, then please feel free to join us on our landing page. You will find this link to this landing page in the YouTube chat. And then you can click and book a demonstration for our products, and then you can get a good and short and detailed overview about these products via this landing page.
بالنسبة لموضوع الآلات اللي تم شرحها اليوم، آلة الليزر وآلة ثاني الحديد الإكسبرت برو 150 والإكسبرت 40، أنا قمت بشرحها جميعها باللغة العربية. الرابط راح ينكتب بنهاية بالشات بالفيديو. بتمنى أنكم تتفرجوا على هالفيديوهات. اللي عنده أي اقتراح، اللي عنده أي سؤال، بإمكانه يكتب بالشات عنا. وقمت أنا بجميعها بشرح هي الآلات باللغة العربية. راح أكون سعيد طبعا بحضوركم وبنظركم للموضوع اللي نحن قمنا بشرحه. بالنسبة لللينك اللي نحن بنشوفه هون على أمامنا على الشاشة، نحن راح بإمكانكم أنتم إنه تقوموا بحجز عرض تقديمي عنا بالشركة لحتى نقدر نفرجيكم الآلة اللي أنتم مهتمين فيها، أو إنه عرض تقديمي لقطع العمل اللي أنتم حابين تقوموا بثانيها، أو بعض الأشياء اللي أنتم ممكن تصنعوها بالمستقبل بشركتكم، لحتى إنه تقدروا تشوفوا كيف بيتم تصنيعها نحن عنا بالديمو أو بالعرض تبعنا، بالعرض التقديمي لهاي القطع اللي أنتم عندكم، أو للمكنة اللي نحن عنا، لحتى نفرجيكم كيف بيتم العمل عليها.
Yeah, we are now in the end of our Digital Technology Day for your region, the Middle East. We thank you a lot for joining us to our Digital Technology Day. It was a pleasure for us to present you our product portfolio, from the software over the laser to our press brakes. And we hope that you enjoyed also the interaction with us via Slido. We had several questions from you in the chats. We tried to answer them in the best way. If there are still questions open, please feel free to contact us also via the landing page or in the chat, and we will answer your question then also afterwards. So from my side, I thank you a lot for joining. It was great to have you here in the call, and yeah, we wish you the best for the future. Stay healthy, and hopefully we see us in life in the future again.
نحن بنتشكركم جميعا لمشاركتكم بهذا الحدث اللي نحن قمنا فيه اليوم من جهتي ومن جهة زميلي بنديكت. الموضوع جدا كان مهم بالنسبة لنا جميعا لحتى نحن نقوم بمشاركة العرض التقديمي تبعنا باللغة العربية بشكل بسيط، لحتى بس انه نقدر نأمن تواصل مع زبائننا بالمنطقة بمناطق الشرق الأوسط والمناطق العربية. طبعا من جهتي أنا بتشكركم جميعا. تعظيم سلام من جهتي ومن جانبي ومن جانب شركة بيسترونيك هون في موقعنا بجوتا. شكرا كثير. وللأسئلة اللي أنتم طرحتوها نحن راح نقوم بالإجابة عليها بأسرع وقت ممكن.
Thank you very much and bye.
باي باي من جهتي. سلام.